LeBron James, he did leave us for 20 straight games, and he actually returned back in a game against the Kings. Let's walk our way through it, because obviously it's the most games that he's missed ever in his career, and he ends up getting the loss. But 16 points, 8 rebounds, 7 assists, and 2 steals, J-Rose. He put a lot of numbers in the books, and it didn't matter. What was your thought about the loss but LeBron's return?
My thought is just great to see him back in the lineup. I still feel the healthy Lakers are the most dominant team we have in the NBA. I don't think if they're healthy, any squad oppressed them to a 7-game series. The regular season accolades for LeBron have ended. He won't be the MVP. They won't be a top seed. They are the defending champions. They did have a short offseason. So now it's just about being healthy. And once you add Andre Drummond to go with that stout front line, it gives them the ability to play multiple ways. So now it's about the other teams worrying about them, not the other way around.
Okay, you brought up the other teams. Let's go ahead and run into the standings. Let's talk about the West, because it's about to get real crispy towards the end of the season. Remember, the regular season ends on May 16th. The Lakers currently sit in the 5th slot, Woj. That's a half a game ahead of Luka and the Mavericks, and only 1 full game ahead of Dame and the Blazers. But the Lakers being in 5th place, I wonder what that means for 1 and 2, the Suns, who obviously you don't want to see the Lakers in round 2 of the playoffs.
Right. In the Western Conference, getting that 1 seed typically, that's something you really want. A Game 7 at home in a conference final. But this year, the 1 seed might mean you see the Lakers in the 2nd round if they stay in that 5 seed. So, you look at the Jazz right now, they're tied with the Suns. Donovan Mitchell's been out with that ankle injury. He's going to be out at least the next week now. They're saying they are in no rush to bring Donovan Mitchell back to chase a 1 seed. And I think you're going to watch the rest of the way, the Suns, the Jazz, based on where the Lakers are. Are they at 5? Are they at 6? I think you're going to see them adjust accordingly and do everything they can to stay away from a Laker matchup in a conference semifinal.
You would do everything you could, too, right, to stay away from in the 2nd round?
Actually, no.
No?
Here's why. Because if you're a team like the Phoenix Suns, you need as much momentum as possible. CP3 has been there, but Booker and the rest of that young group have not been there. And you can't now start jockeying for standings and feel like you're going to avoid a team in the 2nd round when you're them, when they should be celebrating the opportunity to beat a 1 seed and get out of the 1st round, something that they have not done. Now, if you're Utah, that may be different.
Sure.
Utah, they may be different. But for the Phoenix Suns, I think you try to go get that number 1 seed and finish off with a bang.
Yeah, and obviously Donovan Mitchell, we're waiting to see him get back to healthy and join his Utah team. But we do have Game 2 as the Clippers and the Nuggets, and that has a lot to do with seeding, too, as well, Woj.
Listen, this is as big of a regular season game as we've maybe had so far, this Clippers-Nuggets game tonight, because essentially you're trying to stay out of that 4th seed and have to play the Lakers in the 1st round. And so for the Clippers, if they win tonight, they're almost assured, barring a collapse, of holding on to that 3 seed. 77% chance if they win tonight against Denver. If they lose this game, it's more of a toss-up. You see this. You see the numbers there.
Yep.
And Kawhi Leonard may be back tonight. They're hopeful in LA that that'll be the case. But for the Clippers, listen, they absolutely do not want a 1st-round matchup with the Lakers. Winning tonight would go a long way toward staying away from that.
Yeah, and that's Game 2 of our doubleheader. And a win for the Clippers, they would have the tiebreaker against the Nuggets, and that's certainly something that they want, as well as just completely broke down for you guys.
Thanks for watching ESPN on YouTube. For live streaming sports and premium content, subscribe to ESPN+.